When I graduate, I'd like to go to medical school.
I've always known that I wanted to be a doctor since I was very young.
I'm hoping to go to law school and pursue the conversation on bioethics.
I plan to go to graduate school and complete my PhD.
I'm hoping to teach chemistry at the high school level.
Being a member of the College of Science means that I get to learn about science while also participating directly in science, and that's a really cool experience.
To be able to take things I've learned in my chemistry classes and my biology classes and my stats classes and being able to apply them in a real life setting. And that has been the most fascinating experience that I could ever imagine.
We are the flagship research university in the state, and what we have are some of the best research labs in the country. So students have lots of opportunities to do cutting-edge work that actually contributes new knowledge to science.
I love biology. I've just always been fascinated with studying life and how it works because I've always been fascinated how the cell is so small, but it's the most basic functions that have such a big impact on just huge organisms like us.
The biology department is phenomenal.
Essentially, every way that you could need to succeed, everything that you need, they provide for you.
It's not just the amazing faculty and professors that we have to teach all of our classes, anywhere from principles to genetics, but also the research opportunities.
I work at the Huntsman Cancer Institute. We deal with a lot of skin cancers, and I love that stuff.
This last May, I started working in a diabetes research lab. I see that things we learn in biology classes today are things that we're directly learning in the research lab where I'm at.
I get to look at chemical reactions, get to see how drugs are made, and just be the coolest scientist ever.
Chemistry is in the air, chemistry is in what you eat.
My favorite experience in the chemistry department has been their advanced chemistry labs. Through blood, sweat, and tears, we get through it and we write a research publishable paper, and we just get a good experience of what research is like in the chemistry field. There is an organization called American Chemical Society. We go to elementary schools, middle schools, and high schools, and we do chemistry demonstrations.
My favorite was to see when we exploded a bunch of ping pong balls out of a liquid nitrogen dumpster, and all the kids scrambled and they loved seeing it, and there was just like this awe in their face, like, oh, science.
I chose physics because I think it's just a fascinating subject. There's some amazing discussions that can come along with it.
I've been involved in a couple of research projects at the university. I've done some work with a couple of particle physicists. Cosmic rays are subatomic particles that fly in from outer space. They have detectors in Delta, Utah. We are sometimes asked to spend the night there and to make sure that the detectors are running carefully.
Through something called a research experience for undergraduates, I got to work with a professor who was doing atmospheric science with clouds over Antarctica, and I found a true passion for myself in this type of research. The research opportunities at the U are nearly endless, and our professors are really excited to work with undergraduates.
I really come to appreciate that there's like a really creative aspect to mathematics. You know, a lot of people think, oh, it's just a bunch of rules, you do calculations. It's totally unlike that.
We solve these problems just for the sake of solving problems, and in doing so we have to come up with new problem-solving strategies. It's kind of a seminal field within the sciences.
I'm really interested in learning about the human brain, and the U has a great biomathematics program.
The math department also helped me get involved with research experience in Hong Kong. You know, if I have something I'm interested in, I don't really know where to look, they kind of help guide me towards resources to look at.
I work for the Center of Science and Math Education, tutoring refugee middle and high school students. That's just really meaningful because I feel like I get to make a difference in the lives of these students.
The reason why I chose the University of Utah is because it allows people to really flourish as an individual. You can make your education your own experience.
We know our students can all succeed, and the services are there to help make that happen. We have staff advisors who are full-time advisors, and they know all of the requirements.
Tamara in the physics department is absolutely awesome, one of the best humans in the world.
We have some of the best science instructors, I think, in the country.
In lecture, he'll ask us questions along the lines of, so how do you think they did this experiment? This Nobel-winning experiment. How do you think they did this 30 years ago?
The Crocker Science House is a dormitory just for majors in the College of Science.
And it makes just a really tight community, and it just makes a really, really good experience to live on campus.
The other students around me, I feel like we're like a big family, like an extended family. And the best thing for me was to get involved.
Get involved in everything you can.
Just get involved. Find what you think would be cool. Talk to the people, and I promise you, it will always be a rewarding experience.